Alright, so welcome back to another Python tutorial. Today we're going to keep doing class or OOP in Python. We're going to do part 2. If you haven't watched part 1, make sure to watch it. I will link it down into the description below. And then, yes, let's get started. So, alright, so we talked about class in Python in the last tutorial, which is yesterday. If you watch this video on today, that is. So we're going to talk about inheritance. Well, I'm not talking about inheritance where you inherit the money, like inherit millions of dollars. No, I'm not talking about that inheritance. Although I would really prefer that inheritance than the inheritance I'm talking right now. But anyway, going to get started. So what is inheritance in Python class? This means inherit from a parent class to a child class. What's that mean? Well, let's go ahead and create a class. And I call this class person. And this is going to take in a few parameters, few arguments. So self, first name, last name, email. And here we're going to say self dot first name equals first name, self dot last name equals last name, and self.email equals email. Alright, that was cool. So recall that this just go ahead initialize some variable into the self, sort of like a data structure, so we can use it. And let me also create just one method called get email self, and it's just going to return self.email. Alright. So that's about it. So this is our person class with 3 parameters, and then get email with one message. So this is just going to return the email, self the email. Alright, so going to hide it for now because now we're going to talk about a child class where you can inherit the person class here. So let's create a child class that we inherit from the parent class. And let's call this class employee. But this time I'm going to use a parenthesis. So what's going to happen in parenthesis is I'm going to put person in here. So what's going to happen is this going to say, okay, employee, and taking parameter person. Okay, person is also a class look like. So I probably need to inherit, not probably, I will inherit the person class. So what should happen here is it basically copy and paste here. But we didn't do that. The program, probably that's how it's underneath the whole works. And now, if we create a instance, so we can say employee equals employee, we still need to provide the 3 parameter requires. In here, the first name, dev, last name with me, email, dev with me, dash 7736 36 8 pages.plusgoogle.com. By the way, this is not a valid email address, so don't try to email me here. Oh yeah, this is a brand account. It's not my main YouTube account. See if anyone can find my main YouTube account. Yeah. So what's going to happen? Well, let's go and see. Can we get the method, which is get email? So let's just say print employee dot get email, and let's go and run this program. Whoops, I forgot to add parentheses since it's a method or a function. And now what you see here is, surprisingly, my email here. Not really, that's surprising. Okay, so what's happening is I'm going to try to explain again this. They inherit this class with include all the function. So you will realize that, okay, this doesn't really have an init function. Indeed, it doesn't. It doesn't have an init function. But what's happening is it's inherit init function from here. And it's inherit the get email method here. That's why I still need to provide 3 parameter, because it still do the same initialization as the person's init function. Alright, that was cool. But what if we do want to make a little bit modification to this to this website, to this class? Okay, let's take a look. So we can say, let's go and say create def init, and then let me create space here. Let me create a first name, last name, and email. So you can see that it takes in all these 3 parameters that we needed to let this work. And here's what we're going to do. We actually need to substitute the function, since if we create a init function in the child class, it'll written the person class here. So we're going to go create but so if we pass, and then if we try to run this again, you will see get an error gonna say employee had no email, because we'll still inherit this method, but it doesn't really have email initialized. So what I can do explicitly is give the person person dot init. I'm going to say first name, last name, email. Run this again. Let's go put self in here, and now you can see it back to work. But that's not really it's fine. It's fine. But what I prefer more to do is we use a super function. Super basically means, okay, so it's going to automatically get its parent class and its init method and going to initialize here. And now, if we try to run again, you'll see this is the hardest, because sometimes you don't need self, sometimes you do need self. And then you can see your email, or my email, or my brand's email that is not really working, get print out. Alright, so now let's go ahead and add some custom arguments. For example, I'm going to say, okay, let's go add an argument called job. And now we're going to say, okay, let's go self.job equals job. And let me go ahead and create get job method. It's just going to get self and return self.job. So now I need to provide one more argument here, or parameter, and this is going to call YouTuber. Tag YouTuber. And then if we put it instead of get email, we can use get job. And now if you run this again, you'll see my job get print out. Alright, so that will be it. This will be it for this video on inheritance in Python's class. And then wish to see you in next tutorial. I believe we're going to talk more on class. And please make sure to read my blog, subscribe if you like it, if you like it. Really, if you want, you can also dislike this video. No pressure on you. And yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.